All right, let's talk about it now. We're joined by the founder of a group who says it will peacefully protest at the Democratic National Convention, Laurie Cestnick. Good to have you, Laurie.
Hi, Victor. Hi, good morning.
So tell us, Bernie Sanders has conceded that the math isn't behind him. He says that in all likelihood, he will vote for Hillary Clinton. What is your goal after hearing that from Senator Sanders?
Well, he didn't exactly say the math wasn't behind him, nor did he say that he would support Hillary Clinton.
Let me give you a quote here, just to be clear.
Yeah, sure.
He said on New Day, on June 24th, I don't have the votes to become the Democratic nominee. You know that, I know that, we're good at arithmetic. So let's just put that on the record. Go ahead.
Okay, so a few things in response to that. One is there's currently an investigation going on over the voter fraud and suppression that's occurred during this election. And trustvote.org is where you can go to learn about that. We don't know if that'll come to fruition prior to the DNC or not, but that is going on. People who are Bernie or bust don't believe the numbers. We don't believe the numbers due to all the fraud and suppression of our voices during this entire process, especially people in Arizona, of course, people in New York City, where all their,
But it sounds like Senator Sanders believes the numbers.
I'm not going to put words in anyone's mouth, but according to Bernie or bust, and most of us who are in support of Bernie are Bernie or bust at this point in time. And the reason that we are is we feel that democracy has been stolen. And in our opinion, a vote for Hillary would be a vote against democracy. So we're going forward. We're going to the DNC to support Bernie. We're going to try to swing the superdelegates still. We're still working on that. We're still successful at doing that. Bernie campaign is still working on that.
Well, the campaign says that they're not working on superdelegates. They're not working to swing superdelegates.
Well, that has been happening recently. As you know, many states have removed that option. And also Texas recently has dropped the role of superdelegates in that state. So that has been continuing. And we're continuing as a group to continue to write to superdelegates to ask them to support the people in district that aren't voting for Bernie Sanders. And that if their people have voted for Bernie, we want them to support their own people.
Let me ask you here, Laurie, and I hate to jump in here, but Bernie Sanders, as I just read for you just a couple of days ago, says that he doesn't have the numbers, doesn't have the votes to become the nominee. Jeff Weaver, the campaign manager, says that they're not working to swing superdelegates, and the quote from the 16th said from him, he's told Bloomberg's, with all due respect, I don't anticipate that will start anytime soon. So hearing that from the candidate and the manager of the campaign, what then is the goal if they are not pursuing the nomination through the superdelegates or through this the delegate process?
Bernie Sanders has made it very clear that he doesn't want Trump to win. So in our opinion, that would mean Bernie should be running for president of the United States for many reasons. He gets approximately 75% of the independent vote, which will make up at least 50% of the vote in November at this point in time, at least 50% of the Democratic vote, and obviously some portion of the GOP vote. So we believe he's the only candidate that actually can win in November. So we do hope that they see that and that he does run. We are determined and will be deregistering from the Democratic Party if he is not elected because we do not feel that they're representing the people. And as you just saw in the media recently, Hillary's not taking on the campaign that Bernie has asked for, that in our opinion supports the people, but no $15 an hour, no elimination of the TPP. So they're not pulling through on their side of the bargain.
So is it safe to say that if Bernie Sanders does not become the nominee and Hillary Clinton at this moment is the presumptive nominee, that you will not be voting for Hillary Clinton? Safe to assume that?
Oh, it's safe to assume that most Bernie Sanders supporters will not be voting for her. I think that's been very underestimated, and I think that'll become very clear at the
So then the follow-up then is, where do you go? Who do you vote for, if not for the Democratic nominee?
Well, there are a lot of different options on the table, so we're not sure what's going to happen, and we don't want to second-guess what Bernie's plans are. But, of course, as Bernie Sanders supporters and Bernie or bust, we want him to run as a third party. That would be our desire. We, of course, want him to run with the Democratic Party. That is our party. We want that party to represent us, so that would be the ideal situation, which is why we'd prefer to swing the superdelegates over to us, the people, for the will of the people, which we believe is Bernie Sanders. And if they're not willing to do that, we see it as a party that is not supporting us, and we would have to move on and start our own party.
Okay, Laurie Cestnick, thanks so much for offering some clarity for us this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right.